Hello, hello, and welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. This is Amy with Seriously Sweet and Cookie Snack Attack. Say hello as you're coming on today. How is everyone? I hope that all is well in your world, or as we say here, in your neck of the woods. If you have not signed up for text alerts yet, please text the word live stream to 540-870-0726 and we will send you an alert if we're live between the hours of 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but not more than a couple a day. There's a few times a year where I try to film 4 or 5 videos, so I just send a schedule and say, I'm going to be live a lot today. Watch for me. These are the times, and so your phone's not going off all day. But other than that, you get text for every alert that's happening. Let's see who's with us so far this morning. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Are you recovered from Thanksgiving? That was a lot of meals that you served. Hey, Barbie, how are you? Hi, Deborah. Hello, hello. Oh, hello. I don't recognize this name. Please tell me where you're from. So good to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I'm not sure who this is, but hey. Hey, Cindy, how are you today? I'm glad you could pop in for a minute. Susan, hello. Susan is from Alaska. Wow. I'm just curious, where you live in Alaska, are you freezing right now? Like temperature-wise? Because it's pretty cold where I am, but I'm sure it's nowhere near as cold as where you are. Hey, yes, I bet you are still tired. Hello, hello. Hi, Jackie from Florida. I hope you're nice and warm and toasty. Hello, good morning. Let's see. Oh, Cyprus. Oh my gosh, how fun is that? Well, thank you for tuning in today. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? Hi, Kat. All right. Well, good. It looks like all the alerts went out. And I am going to jump in. Oh, wait. Let's see. Susan, Anchorage. We're at 0. Balmy 20 degrees right now. Balmy. Are you kidding me? I don't know. I don't know how you guys do it. I have a young lady that I know that I'm going to grab something. I'll be out of frame for just a second. I have a young lady I know that works at the Walmart here that is from Alaska. I think North Pole, Alaska is where she's from. And she was going to move back home before the pandemic started and then got waylaid here because of the pandemic. But seriously, I don't know how you all do it. You have my utmost respect, because right now where I am, it is sunny, but you walk out of the house and it is like, it just bites you. I guess, yeah, and it's 46 degrees here. It should not feel cold at all, but it's very cold out there today. Heading through Texas to go see your mom. Your mom is turning 91. That's fabulous. Congratulations. Tell her happy birthday from Cookie Snack Attack. Hey, how are you? All right. So, housekeeping. 2 tutorials today. It's Tutorial Tuesday. So we are doing our ornament, which is cookie cutter number 2 from our holiday memory series. Okay. So that will be today. So the first tutorial, the first part of the morning, we're going to go over what you need to actually decorate with me live tonight, so you can be ready to go. And I want to throw in a bonus for you because I've just been having such a great couple of days. So I decided that I would show you something extra in case you haven't baked your cookies yet. Okay. So here's the thing. This is the cookie that we're going to do. You will need a scribe. I pulled out my Thingamajiggy. You can use any scribe that you have, but we will be doing a wet on wet technique tonight. So even, let me find one, even a needlepoint scribe would be great. So it's going to depend on how delicate you want to get your wet on wet tonight. Hey, Myra, how are you? So if you want to have a needlepoint scribe, this is just a fondant needle to release air from covering cakes with fondant from Hobby Lobby, $3. But you can see very, very fine point on this. So, hey, 75 in South Florida. Is that my niece? Who is this? Is that my niece watching? Needlepoint or a fine point like this. Okay, either of these will work. I would, for tonight's project, maybe not use a lot any of the handmade scribes that are like made with turkey lancers, because the needle's going to be a little bit too thick for what you may want to try to accomplish tonight. Okay, so colors. Let's talk colors really quick. Oh, I love the snow too. It's actually warmer here when it snows, Jen. For some reason, it's more insulated. It feels warmer outside, but what's cold today? It is 46 degrees and it is sunny. But what's cold is that the air is real biting today, which is odd. It's just a little odd for today. Okay, so let's get back to task. So for tonight, flood consistency, white, Christmas red, and I have 2 shades of green. You could do tonight's project with just 1 shade of green. I have 2 shades. So because I'm using the exact colors that we used. Hold on one sec. Let's grab this. So we've already done cookie number 1 from the series. And that was our Poinsettia Cookie with gift tag, right? And we made this 3-dimensional, propped it up here. So I'm using the same icing because when I get done with all 4 of the cookies that we're doing, I want to be able to photograph them together in a group. If you don't want to do that, or that's not important to you, use whatever colors you want tonight, but have 3 colors. 3 colors makes the design look the best. I went with this because of my intention to photograph this together as a set when we are done. So I've got a flood consistency white, a flood consistency Christmas red, and this is actually Red Rose Master Elite color from the Sugar Art. I like this one a lot for a true Christmas red, and also because it is a powdered coloring and a water activated powder coloring that is highly saturated, so you don't need very much of it to achieve a dark red. And I also like to let mine set up overnight to develop to get that even deeper color. And then this is avocado green, and this is rose leaf green. Okay. But again, the green's not relevant that you use the specific ones I'm using. Just get you 2 shades together. So flood white, flood red, flood light green, flood dark green, and then a thick dark green, because thick like toothpaste consistency, not tooth gel, but toothpaste. About a 30-second on the thick one, because we are going to use that. We're going to cut the tip of the bag and use a tipless piping bag cut to mimic a piping tip. And we're going to pipe some leaves on our ornament tonight. So you could get by with just these 3 colors and then add some other embellishments if you had some other things made to the top of your ornament. And then just whatever sprinkle mix you have. This is Berry Bash from Michael's, but a lot of people were having trouble getting this. So we've discussed several times over the last 4 weeks how to make your own sprinkle mix or to grab these colors if they didn't get that back in at your store. So that's fine. Definitely anything that coordinates with your colors here will be fantastic for tonight. So that takes care of what we're going to do this evening. Also, if you like to sketch on your cookies, I sketch for you guys with an edible ink marker in black on video so that it shows up really well. If you're sketching at home and because we're using white and you want to be extra sure that you don't leave any of this exposed, yellow is a safe color to sketch in. It's enough for you to see it on the cookie so you know what you're doing, but it doesn't tend to show through the icing. Even if you go off the edge, it's real easy to hide. So we'll be using that tonight as well. Now, what else did I want to show you? Of course, if you got either of the Christmas boxes, you have a whole mirage. Not the right word. What am I trying to say? You have a whole variety of fondant mats. So if you want to pull out a fondant mat or 2 and make a little red or green fondant, or if you just want to use white and then paint it with your food gels, you can pull out something to use as an embellishment for up top if you want to level your ornament up tonight. We're going to just, for the main group of cookie snack attack, hey Bev, we're going to be piping greenery after this part is finished. So that's it for tonight. Now, here is your bonus. If you have not baked your cookies yet, pop out a couple of these, put them into like a Ziploc bag or press and seal, pop them into the freezer. Give them at least 20 to 25 minutes in the freezer so they're frozen before you bake them, okay? Pop out your dough, pop it into the freezer, give it 20 to 25 minutes to get nice and solid. I find that if I do that, it gives me a better finish for what I'm about to tell you, okay? So grab your white ice, your white food gel, white icing color. I just have Wilton handy to show you the label, but any white food gel will work for what I'm about to tell you about, as long as it has titanium dioxide. Can you see that? Let me lift that up. Right here. As long as it has titanium dioxide. Let me see if it'll refocus. There we go. You see that? Look in the ingredients. Look for a white food gel. Any brand will work. I've tried Americolor. I've tried Wilton. I've tried the white from Hobby Lobby. All of them, this technique will work. Just make sure it has this. This seems to be the key for what we're about to do. So there's this beautiful crackle finish that makes your cookies look like wooden ornaments. So this is your bonus for today if you haven't baked your cookies yet. Now, this is actually an ornament from our ornament shape using the cutter from our regular Christmas box. Not the limited edition, but the regular Christmas box. So I made my dough, rolled it out. I popped out whatever shape I wanted to obtain this finish on, and popped my dough into a freezer bag, a Ziploc freezer bag, into the freezer, 25 minutes so that it was good and solid. Then I just took a regular brush, nothing fancy, just a regular food safe paintbrush. Any food safe paintbrush will work. I straight food gel with the titanium dioxide, quick paint the ornament. Now, you know, I'm a little fussy about details, so I did also paint the side of my ornament. I didn't paint the back because I wanted it to be a cookie, obviously. I also have tested painting the back. It doesn't really make that big of a deal if you paint the back, but it gets the food gel all over your mats. So for me, not worth that extra time, but you certainly could try it. So having the dough frozen and then painting, it goes on solid. And it doesn't need to be very much. It doesn't affect the flavor. This is totally dry. It's not tacky. No problem to bag it. But this cracking comes when you start to bake the cookie, and it gets just a tiny bit of spread when you start to bake the cookie in the oven, and that's what causes the crackle. So when it goes on the dough, it kind of freezes a layer to the top of the dough. Then you pop it in your oven, and I typically bake at 375. Hey, Nicole. Ooh, that does not sound fun, but I hope it goes well. So you're popping it into the oven with that frozen layer of white. Then as the cookie starts to bake, and also this tends to work better on my regular vanilla sugar cookies because it spreads just a tiny bit more. Now you can see it's not a lot of spread, but it's enough to get that antique crackle hairline finish. This does not work for me at all on my chocolate cookies because my chocolate cookies don't budge. So the cookie never expands, so I don't get the crackle. But this is really fun. Even if you just wanted to make a cookie garland and just do different shapes with this finish, it's really pretty. But I thought if you hadn't baked your ornaments for tonight, you might enjoy this little bit of extra to test it out. I'm going to decorate this one. Not this with this finish, but this shape will be decorated in our regular Christmas class, which is still up on the website for sale for $25. I just made it $25 for everyone. That we'll be doing 6 designs in that class, but I made it $25 for everyone as a Christmas present. So that's why it wasn't $35, and then certain groups that have purchased before got coupons. I just did that class for everyone at $25 as a Christmas special. Okay. So tonight we're going to be doing this shape from our set of 4 cutters. If anybody's on that can grab the link from Dots and Bows to the 4 individual cutters from the Holiday Memories series or the set of 4 STL files. This is the second cookie in the series. The first cookie we did was our ornament gift tag. We did that one with the poinsettia. We're using the same colorings and same additional sugar beads. And then this ornament, and then I'm suggesting that you have a finer point scribe. It doesn't have to be a needle point, but something fine like the Thingamajiggy would be great too. And then bonus, just recapping, bonus was how to achieve this crackle texture if you haven't baked your cookies yet. You don't have to do this for tonight. We're not using this tonight, but it's so beautiful. If you want to use this just by itself and do a whole bunch of cookies to string a garland for your Christmas tree, when they come out and they're cool, you can seal them with PME if you're worried about anything visiting your Christmas tree that's attracted to sugar. You can seal these with PME just like this, but they have that beautiful old vintage wooden ornament look. Thank you, Jen, for popping that in there. Okay, so I think that's all of the housekeeping. Now, can I share something else fun with you? So I am teaching an elective. Am I an elective? I think I'm an elective. Lord have mercy. I should know these things. I'm teaching an elective at CookieCon in Reno. So just a heads up, as soon as my final design, because I'm now on version 6, because I want it to be perfect for anybody that's taking my class, I am teaching mixed mediums on cookies. And we're going to talk about how to work that in when you cookie for profit. Now, obviously mixed mediums on a cookie is just super fun for the decor part of it, the decorating, the expanding your horizon in the cookie world, right? But we're specifically at CookieCon going to be approaching it from a how to cookie for profit by using mixed mediums so that you can achieve super fancy cookies, but create a higher volume of them by just being organized and prepared, and what you can use and how you can combine it. And I'm going to show you, I'm making a whole set using all the same items, color schemes, etc. And I'll be bringing that whole set to CookieCon for you to look at, to get ideas from. But then you'll get to create one cookie, and we will be using, right now, if I stay with my final version of the cookie that I'm going to actually teach in the elective, we will be working with DD, double density wafer paper. We will be working with fondant in the class, but you could do the exact same thing that we're going to do if you don't like having fondant on cookies. We're going to be doing you can do the exact same thing I'm going to teach you in class with modeling chocolate. So look at it as learning techniques for modeling chocolate or fondant using fondant mats. We have some, I don't want to tell you the other thing yet. I'm not going to tell you the other thing. I'm going to hold it because it's really cool. I haven't seen it anywhere else. So I'm not going to tell you that, okay? I'm not going to tell you till I turn it in and get it approved. But there's a really cool thing that we're going to teach. I'm going to teach you how to do it in class, and you can use it right off the top of my head. There's at least 4 different things that are unrelated that you can completely use this on that would be stunning, like for wedding cookies, just housewarming, just all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to hold that one under my hat, that technique, but it's a texture related technique for your cookie. Plus I'm hoping to be able to show you guys texture sheets to work with those. And potentially, if the final cookie that I make works out, I'll have a little bit of edible lace on it. So you'll get to see some of those things too. So there's a lot because we're teaching mixed medium. And then you'll get to pick and then create your cookie while you're there. And it can either match exactly the cookie that I'm going to teach, or, you know, I love it when you go rogue. So if you want to take the pieces of what I'm teaching you, because a lot of it has to be prepped ahead of time. If you want to take the pieces and create a different design, I'm totally cool with that. I love it. Nicole, you got an email from me with a link to join the Facebook group. So just check your email. It would have come from either Booksource for You or Amy at Seriously Sweet Cupcakes. And there's a link in there to join the Facebook group since you were the winner of our free class. How fun is that? Susan, I hope that you get a ticket too. I want to meet more people from our group. And this is all the way over towards the West Coast. So I'm hoping I'll get to meet even more people from Cookie Snack Attack. All right, so I'm going to jump off. You guys, flood consistency white, flood consistency Christmas red, flood consistency light green or dark green. If you want to stop there, you can get by with 3 colors. If not, we've got a flood consistency light green, a flood consistency dark green, and a thick dark green, because we're going to do a tipless bag cutting tip that will allow us to do some leaves on here. If you bought either of the Christmas boxes, you have all kinds of Christmas fondant mats at your disposal. You could make a few embellishments before class to add on to your ornament at the top or bottom. Plus, maybe make a couple of cookies, because frankly, this ornament cookie can be done in either direction. It can be done like this, like a tree finial. When you're making your cookies, if you want to cut off this bottom part, it would be beautiful as a hanging ornament like this. If you want to do the same thing this way. So your one cookie cutter actually gives you 4 shapes to work with. So you can make a nice little set and have some nice photography when you're done tonight. Because let's face it, we always make too much icing for doing just the one cookie for class. So usually when we're bagging these small amounts of icing, it's enough to do 6 to 8 cookies. So why not at least do 4 and get some great pictures while everything coordinates and matches? It'll be absolutely beautiful. So I will see you tonight. I'm going to jump off. I was looking to see if there was anything else I wanted to tell you. Yes, sign up for the regular class. It will be listed until December 10th, the regular class. Now, if you are in the limited edition class, you bought the kit, your class came with it for that limited edition. We have prep work Thursday and Friday night. We're going to have special instruction from Michelle with Sugar Prism, because we're going to be creating, I don't know what the initial schedule said, but I'll be typing an update in a little bit. Thursday night, we're going to do our fondant pieces, because we need to get our nutcracker made and dry, because we're going to paint him on Friday night so that you can take your time and not feel rushed. Or Saturday. You can do them Saturday during the day, but the video is going to be filmed Friday night. That way he's ready to go on to your cookie on Saturday when class starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And everybody is in the Facebook group. I made sure all of you made it over to that. So that's this week. And then next week, we've got the regular Christmas box, which is taught more at a beginner intermediate level. And emails have been sent for everything. And they were sent to the emails that you used when you purchased the classes or the class with box. So right now we have 2 things going on that are extra purchases outside of Cookie Snack Attack. We've got, hey, Rebecca, we've got class this Saturday night, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and next Saturday night, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Both classes being held via Zoom. And I think we'll be under 50 people for the second class. The first one for sure we are, because there was less kits offered than that. But the second one, I think we'll be under 50 people. As long as we are, we're going to hold that via Zoom. It'll be live. That way you can ask questions and talk to each other. Jennifer, if you're on here, would you post my website so that Cricket can go check out the class that's currently up for sale? What else did I want to tell you about that? So just make sure you have your notifications within those groups set to all. And what else? So excited. I would like to show you my CookieCon cookies. Thank you, Jen. I would like to show you my CookieCon cookies, but I want to wait and make sure that they like them and they're approved. And then maybe I'll just do a video on just the cookies. Now, I'm not going to release any of the techniques like how to do them, because I'm saving all that for CookieCon, but that's not to say that later date we won't do it in our group. But I want to save it for CookieCon as my first place to introduce it. I hope that makes sense, and why that would make sense. So let's see. Anything else? All right, I don't see anything else right here. So I will be seeing you again tonight at 7, unless I pop on to do another surprise video this afternoon, which might happen because I just got confirmation. You're very welcome, Cricket. And Bev, I'll forward it again. I'll look for it. Which class? Was it the limited edition class so that I can go back to that date when all those were sent, or the regular Christmas class? Type that in comments and I'll come back to that. What else is going on, guys? I feel I have been so busy with my week off, and I have to return to the store this week. So I'm starting to get everything set up for that too. But thank goodness, I have to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed being able to do all of these classes with you guys, because it enabled me to, for the first time in, well, let's say this, for the first time in 5 years for sure, because that's when I moved home and reopened my business under the name Seriously Sweet and started baking. For the first time in 5 years, we were able to take off for Thanksgiving, and we're taking off for the Christmas New Year's holiday. But really, my husband and I were talking about it last night. I think it's been 15 years since we've taken any vacation time around a holiday, because we've had the sweet shop, the dessert cafe, and of course require much attention and much baking. And I have to say, I really liked it. I really liked it. And I'm about to hit my 5-year anniversary at my store, and I had some adjustments in mind when I reopened, when I moved home, that are going to occur at that 5-year mark, which for us is February. So I'm super excited about that as well. And I'm very, very thankful and happy about the teaching and traveling that I'm getting to do next year. So excited about all of that. Can't wait to see you guys. If you're going to be in the area at the end of March, I'm going to be at the National Capital Area Cake Show, and I've got a class there as well, where we're going to be teaching that cool cake topper that is a 3D hot air balloon cookie and wafer paper combination. So I've got that coming up. And Reno at the beginning of March, maybe be out of the country in January, February, although it's not looking too good right now with all of these new COVID things that we're hearing about. So keep your fingers crossed for that. And then maybe a trip to the Midwest in the spring. Yay! So excited. I love getting to meet all of you in person. Okay, so I'll catch up with you tonight. I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday early afternoon, and I will see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions, just post them below the video and we'll come back to it. And you have all the information for this just a little bit earlier in the video. Hope you guys are doing great.